God. Amen. Such a sight, man. Amen. When God do it. Amen. I thank God for what he's doing this morning. Thank God for you all. Amen. See y'all lovely faces. Amen. This one we'll be dealing with something that I believe that it'll grab your attention. Amen. And I thank God for what he has done for me as well. Amen. He's such a wonderful God. Amen. When you talk to him and you ask God questions and he able to speak back to you. Amen. Sometimes we get caught in the moments that he doesn't speak. Amen. Sometimes I enjoy those moments. I know he hear me.
Yes.
I know mistake that.
Yes.
But sometimes it's good to be in those moments when he doesn't answer. Amen. Because that encourage you and push you to seeking him even more. Amen. And sometimes I feel like God just wants a little more out of you or out of me. Amen. But sometimes I get down there and pray God and ask God a question. I say, yes, God, I got it. And I get up and take off running. I think sometimes he just want me to just stay a little longer with him. Amen. Because he loves our praise. Amen. Because God is a God that he loves it when we praise him, when we give him the glory of our life, activity, and everything that we go through, and we know that he brought us through it. Amen. And this morning I want to take you on a journey this morning and dealing with the children of Israel. It's the battle of the mind. And I believe the children of Israel loved their God in their heart. But they was battling something in their mind and looking at their condition and their situation. And we might say today, why me, God? Why am I in this predicament? Why am I in this condition? Amen. And what it brought me to, and looking back on my life, and I see things, and I found that God was working in my life when I gave my life unto him. I knew he was taking care of me, because I could have been dead in my grave and that's it. But he did. And when I look back over my life, I see the goodness of God when I didn't see it then. Amen. And in the children of Israel, in a battle in a mindset, can you imagine at this point in time, the children of Israel have went through a whole lot? And we hear back then, and when our grandparents and our grandfather and all of them talk about the goodness of God and what God have done, and here we are to a generation that we didn't see the effects of God moving and see the effects of God changing people's lives and God doing this and God healing to make you just dramatically. Every time somebody walk in the church, somebody being healed. You can imagine in our mindset today we battle with what we hear God have done, but we haven't yet seen the dynamic of God working in our life. I've seen the power that we hear from our grandfather, and they bring in our grandma and our moms, and she talk about what she remember in church and how church was going and what took place. And they only had submarine and a wooden floor, and they stomped the floor, and they were getting blessed, and things was moving. We got all this music, we got all this sort of substance, but the power of God is limited. And here we have the children of Israel have a God coming to them, but yet they don't know who God is. Their past fathers and mother passed on, and now they gone, and a generation gone, and another generation gone, and now they are heroes. And they come to this point and they remember mom, they cry out to God. I know that, I know God. My mom always told me to pray. But they never seen God moving. Because all the people that had a contact and had a journey with God is died out. But now they heard that the mighty God that they serve, and they believe what their father and mother told them. This is the living God. This is who you got to serve. Because they didn't serve fire God. They still served the living God because they kept praying to him. God, when you going to deliver us? But they didn't have an understanding of who God was. Because they was hearing it from the old fathers and the old mothers, and when God took them from one place and took them to another, and God provided for them. When he was dealing with Abraham, when we were dealing with Jacob, we were dealing with Isaac. They heard about all of that. But here they are in captivity in Egypt. You can imagine that? All that they have heard, and now the God that they heard about sending for them. I just want you to keep that in mind. The battle of the mind. I know we all had those battles when mom told us you need to serve this God, but you see other things taking place or other people serving other God, but mom telling you to serve this God. This is the living God. You can tell it's a battle in the mind, because it took me a while to serve God and believe who God was. Because it was a battle. But just imagine your God finally come get you. Which he came and got me. That's why I'm standing here today. He came and sent a word to me and said, you need to come. But I heard about it. I didn't see the effects of it, but I heard about it. But when he came to me and finally said words to me, I understood what my mom and what the preacher was preaching about in the old church. I understood now that living God always going to come back and get you. You might not know him, but he's going to come back and get you. Because he's a creator, and he understands that. He's going to come back and get you. And he's going to send your word and pull you right back to him. Because he knows you. I didn't know him, but he knew me. And when I got to understand who he was, I knew that he knew me. And this is what the God I was supposed to serve, because he knew me. No other God came to me and talked to me and said, this is where you need to go. I haven't seen it yet. I never had a testimony that another God came to them and said, hey, you need to follow me. But this God will come to you and find you and let you know who he is. Learning how to be independent with God versus dependent on things of this world. And you say, what do you mean? When God calls you to himself, you get independent. Because it is your choice to serve God. It's your choice to live for God. Amen. But on the other side, when you live for the enemy, you ain't got no choice. He's going to kill you, or you going to obey what he says. So you stop being dependent on the world thing and start being independent on God. I can serve God. Tomorrow I can have a feeling and have a reason that I don't want to serve God. It's my choice. Is that the choice I want to choose? But I choose to serve him because I know and understand who he is. Because he gives you a choice. He never forces himself. He'll give you that choice. Now, if you want him to help you, he'll help you. And that's why I choose God today. But I want you to put this in your mind about the children of Israel. Because now, they've been in bondage for a while. And now God, they came back to God's memory. They somehow got in the presence of God early. He heard them. Let's deal with this in the book of Genesis. Because this is the battle of mind. Because now you got to get to a point in your mindset before it gets to your heart. Now watch it. That this is the God that you ought to serve. And this is the God that your forefathers served. And now God is dressing it up. The book of Exodus. The next book over. In chapter 2. Now you can look at the whole agenda and how God was doing things. But then he started to go get the children of Israel in chapter 2 of Exodus. Now I might skip some things, but you understand the story if you understand who God is and where he got started from Genesis until he got to Exodus and Moses came on the scene. Starting at verse 23. We fast forward. If you got a remote control, you just fast forward what you don't want to see, and what you already know, you fast forward and get the part that, wait, I probably ain't seen this yet. You fast forward a little bit, we're going to fast forward. Exodus, the 2nd chapter, verse 23. He says, and it came to pass in process time that the king of Egypt died. And the children of Israel signed by reason of the bondage, and they cried out to God because they were in bondage. Meaning that in their balance of their mind, they were tired of it. When you get tired of it and balance in your mind and you want to be free and you want to be set free and you just get tired of balance in your mind who I should serve and what shall I do and I'm getting tired of this taskmaster. When you get tired of the wrong taskmaster, your mind begins to battle. Because the word of God says you can't serve two masters, or you can't love two masters. We'll put it like that. Because it became a battle in your mind. You get tired of certain sin because it becomes a battle in your mind. You want to do right by God. And you get tired of it because that battle in your mind is continually. But once you get in your heart, you will serve God with all your heart and all your soul, all your mind. But it's a battle. In the first beginning of it, because you got two things coming against you. Your mind telling you, no, you might not be want to serve God. But then the rest of your spirit and soul saying that you need to go serve God because he's a living God. But it's a battle. You ever woke up one morning and I've been saved a long time. I've been serving God a long time. It came to my mind one morning, and I questioned myself. And I was like, God, what if I stop serving you? Didn't get no answer. But I'm here to realize, but God not answering me. And I get to think about on my own life and what I went through and how I went through it. It was so much trouble fighting against me. But then I realized that I want to keep serving God. But that's a battle of the mind. Because you in your mindset, you figured out if I step in the realm of God, if I serve God, then it will be a lot easier, Mom. But see, when you get tougher and tougher, you would think that when you become in running for Christ, it's much easier for people to believe in you. Ain't that right, Auntie? You think they believe in you. Because you get your life right and your life is set in order. You know, they should believe me. Because I'm a Christian. I'm searching after God. I'm praying to God now. Versus when I was in the world, they believe me the most. I want to show you something. I realize how God does things. He sent people your way just to see how you going to believe him. Because of who it come to and how it come to you, if you're going to believe the one source that said it. So he challenged the children of Israel this morning. He said, I'm going to prepare you, Moses, to come see you how much you love me. But God's dealing with the people that haven't seen the work of God because they've been in bondage. And the people that saw God moving all their life everybody's dead now. This is a new breed, a new generation. And God comes to them to explain to them, hey, I'm your God. And the battle of their mind and bondage all their life and serving fire all their life, they haven't seen the effects of God, but they were crying out to God. They believed what their forefather told them, that the living God that you should serve, but they haven't seen the effects of God yet. And they in bondage. You don't imagine how long they were in bondage, and now the living God is coming to them to bring them out. That's a battle. Because you know what? Because I know. Because when I'm in the world and my sin, when God called me out, it was a battle. I didn't want to come. Even though they were telling me about this living God, my life will change. It will become better. The fight become much easier. And I'm saying it ain't going to be not hard, but it come much easier because now you know what to do and how to do it. You still got to fight, but at least now you'll know how to do it. In other words, when you were fighting the world, you had no peace, but now when you fight, you got peace. The storm going to be over. I know this storm going to be over. And God heard the children of Israel crying because they were in bondage. When you get in bondage and you start crying out to God, God hears your bondage cry. Because he hears mine, because today I stand before you delivered. Because I was in bondage. But when I cried out to God, God help me. See, when you ever notice, and I make this no different. I know they probably was saved all their life. They probably waited until the last moment on their deathbed and cried out from the bondage. And I believe God heard them when they just cried out. I know they didn't serve God all their life. But God will not deny that bondage call. When you're in bondage and you call God, God will be there to deliver you because he understands the bondage that can be burdensome. And he'll come release you of it. Even though in your heart he might say, they're not going to serve me. But that bondage cry doesn't stop God from working on a person's life. Because he'll give them the opportunity to make that choice. Because once they start serving him, they're independent. They can make that choice to serve him. But it doesn't stop God from helping them. Because that's who God is. He's good. And then he decided to come get the children of Israel because he said, I heard they cried of bondage. And so I'm going to send them a deliverer, Moses, to go get them. And verse number 24, he said, and God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. Some of us saved for the cry of our grandparents, our mom cried. We saved because of that. Because God said, I remember the covenant I made with my grandpa, with their grandma, their granddad, their mom and dad. I remember that covenant I made to them. That when she prayed that, God, you got to save them. And they agreed and made a covenant. And God said, I'll save them. But when somebody get ready to get shot in the head, God said, I remember the covenant I made with them. They can't get shot. Because I remember the covenant that I made with their parents. Came back up to me. So I got to save them. And sometimes you got to fight what the person is doing. And sometimes the covenant that God had with somebody else. Because he said he had a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But they don't know who God is. But he remembered the covenant because he's a seed of Abraham. And he remembered it when they were crying out in bondage. I said, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, verse number 25. He said, and God looked upon the children of Israel, and God had respect upon them. He said he had respect. How much can you say God got respect for you? I don't know about you, he got respect for me because he heard me. And he delivered me. And he said he heard the cries of them. And he said he had respect for them. Meaning that he had that understanding that they were his people from the seed of Abraham. And he had respect for them. He had respect enough to hear them. Even though they probably weren't in the place where they needed to be. But he had respect enough and said, let me open my ear to hear what they said. And he heard they cry and they're mourning because they were in bondage. How is it they had a cry of bondage? Because you couldn't get out of it. You just cried out. And you just frustrated. You just cry out. Just holler out. God hear it. But dealing with the battle of the mind, you can imagine they was battling with themselves. Because now they gonna be the God that they only heard about. And then God sent somebody to them that they had a disagreement with. Moses. Moses was the one over them. But he had an accident and killed a servant, and then he took out running. But God said, now I'm going to take this person that they had a battle with, had a fight with, and bring him back to them. Because they didn't agree with Moses. Because you can tell how they respond to Moses. And Moses understood it. He said, you going to send me to a people? They're not going to listen to me. I'm the one that check out running from them. I'm the one that was beating them, getting an order to whip them. He sent Moses back. Let's go to Genesis, the 4th chapter. Because God knows how to do it. He knows. Now watch this in Exodus, my bad. Exodus, the 4th chapter, and the 1st verse. He said, and Moses answered it and said, but behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, the Lord has not appeared unto thee. He said, they will not believe me, Lord. They will not even hearken unto me. Can you understand having a battle in your mind that when you got a word for somebody and now you got to deliver it and you say to yourself in your mind to fight? God don't been through it. But we're trying to give a word to a people we know they're not going to accept it. And you in your battle, in your mind, you got to understand, Lord, I got to go to them, deliver something that you gave to me, to give to them. And I know that they person out there don't even like me and don't want to hear nothing I got to say. It's a battle. And here Moses is battling in his mind. That if I'm going to do the will of God, I'm going to stay in the battle of my mind and just don't do it. I mean, just didn't do it one time. I don't know about you. I just didn't do it because I understood it. They weren't going to accept it. They weren't going to receive it. But I know I got it from God. But in the battle of mind, I didn't deliver it because I understood all the thoughts were going in my mind. They're not going to receive it. I had a Jonah moment. How many of you had a Jonah moment? Say, no, you're going to deliver. I ain't got to go over there. And this is the battle of the mind. And Moses got to deliver a message. And he said, God, they're not going to hear me. They're not going to pay attention to me. Verse number 2. He said, and the Lord said unto him, what is that in thy hand? And he said, a rod. So what you got in your hand, Moses? And Moses said he got a rod. You can imagine the power that you got. And you can imagine Moses had this rod for a long time. A good while, so many years. That how much power you had in your hand all the days of your life, and you didn't know how to use it. Because it's a battle in your mind. And God said, put it in your hand. In other words, God's asking you, he said, what you got in your mindset, in your heart, that you want to use, but you haven't used it yet. You want to, but you just ain't used it. Verse number 3, he said, cast it on the ground, and it cast. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from what was before him. He said he fled from it. Had it in his hand all this time, all in his life, pushing sheep to the side. The shepherd that he was using it. And then all of a sudden it changed something else. He took off running. Just imagine that you got all that power in the world, and when it's time for the you get a little shaky that what you said came true. Because we got a message that the power of the tongue, life and death, and you said it and it came true. Just imagine that power that you've been having with you all your life. And you just not decided that you want to use it. This is Moses, and God tried to teach him something. It's the power of the mind. He had all this power in his hand, and he never decided to use it. Been walking with him. You got all that power. And then when you finally use it, it shook you up, and you took off running. Because it happened. Can you imagine that? Moses, I used something that you had all your life. And boy, I didn't understand. Moses, he had this in his hand all Moses' life. Well, the time that he took off and went to Midian, and then he started serving Jethro, his father-in-law, but to the point that he had it a staff in his hand. And soon as God turned into a serpent. And I know one thing, when God uses something in your life, you should never be afraid of it. Because we don't use a lot of bad stuff and never was afraid of it. But as soon as God do one simple thing and then the power will be demonstrated, you take out running. I imagine if we could look at Moses and in the battle of his mind, that when he laid it down, he did turn into a serpent. But you got to understand that was the same thing that you had in your hand. He got the right to be afraid. Maybe he hadn't seen a serpent in his life. But then you got to understand, he's been carrying it all the days while he was in the desert. And God's going to use something that you already got. First time when somebody break a note and sing it, they're like, and they were standing in church singing, and they didn't know they could do that. And then they never sing again. And God just proved to them that they could sing. Go look for it. Verse number 4. It says, the Lord said unto Moses, put forth thy hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it. And it became a rod in his hand. Now this is what I want you to, the serpent turned right into the staff, but now he's not afraid of it. But in the same serpent that was laying that he saw and took out running, now God put it back in his hand. Ain't it amazing how God puts stuff back in your hand that you used, that you was afraid to use? The power of your tongue. He put it back in your hand. Only thing you got to do is speak it. That's why it's profound when the word of God comes forth. God is really telling you, you can use this. Don't be afraid of it. That's why I told you one time in the service, I told you to prophesy to somebody. Don't be afraid of what you got. I hear my brother, my uncle, he was saying, I prophesied about you. He said, I prophesied that she'll get that car. And she rolled up with another. If you didn't know that, he prophesied on the car. He prophesied. And he used it. But I tell him today, don't be afraid to use it. If it worked one time, I guarantee it'll work again. He prophesied it. Just imagine, it was with him all this time. He just didn't use it. But then when he used it, it came to be evidence that he had power. And it's what God is trying to get Moses to understand. You had it all this time. You just had to use it. Verse number 5. He said, that they may believe that the Lord God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has appeared unto thee. Verse number 6. He said, and the Lord said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leopard as snow. And he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again into his flesh, as his other flesh. Now, if you know what leopard is, I think that I would have fell out then. But you see how he handled it? Because it's the battle of his mind. God was showing him some things, but at this point that when he put his head in the bosom, it came out to be leopard like he did the serpent. You ever notice something when the physical thing outside mess with you the most is something that attached to you? That we can deal with sickness more than we can deal with criticism on the outside of the world. We can handle it well. But we battle with the thing that the world is saying about it, how bad the world want to change us until to be look like them and act like them. But that's a battle. But God, he put it in the book, pulled it out, and then he put it back in there, and then it became normal. I guarantee you, if we never change nothing that the gospel and how God told us to do, preach the gospel, and to leave it alone, it'll change back to the old way. Because the world wants the church to change. To be like them. But the gospel ain't nothing like the world. He said, whoever fills the world is impotent. So what we got no business trying to be living like them or do like them. If it originated from the world, it's something that we shouldn't be doing no way. That's what I love about God. He's simple. Let me give you a scenario. And you can battle with it in your mind. That's what the message is about, battle with it in your mind. Just imagine in the Old Testament, in Genesis, and the rapper came up. Then they dealing with no other rapper. This is how I want to use it to illustrate. That a rapper came up in the Old Testament and started rapping. How do you think they would handle that? How do you think they would handle that? They wouldn't handle it well because they won't be familiar with it. But since they're not familiar with it, they probably want to accept it. But the thing about accepting it, only thing you got to understand, the gospel gave us a simple instruction. It's the word that's going to save you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not against no Christian gospel, rapper or nothing like that. But what I do have against is the word going to save you. Because the word saved me. And that's a battle. The battle in the mind of people saying that maybe this might save some. But no, it ain't going to save some. The word of God going to save all. And that's what we have to stay focused in. Just imagine if the world said do it like this, but the gospel said do it like this. You get in the gospel, you teach them, and let the word of God figure and fill the rest out in their life. You ain't got to feed them every day, other day. Give them the word. He said, why he said that? Because God trying to get Moses to understand. You got to give them the word. I'm giving you the word to give to them. I don't want you to do it no other way. I want you to do exactly like what I tell you, how I explain to you to do it. The word. That's what he given them. Because you got to think about Moses going to a people that don't know God. They heard about it, they pray to him. You don't know somebody that pray to the God that they don't know? Because I did it. My mom told me to pray for them. I need to pray. I didn't know him though. Until I got understanding to know him. So you got to look at Moses in the battle of his mind. He said, God, I know these people don't know who you are. They pray to you and they cry out to you, but they don't know to you. Their fathers did, their forefathers. So you know what? You ever hear how God handled himself? He said, Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac, that they will know me by them. But they don't know me. But they don't know me because their forefathers served me. They know the rumor about what I did. They know that I was Jehovah to them. He said, I want you to tell them this. We're almost there. 1 Timothy 8. He said, and it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take the water of the river and pour it upon the dry land. And the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood unto the dry land. He said, since they don't know me, I love God. He's patient. He said, I'm going to show them two signs. He got a whole lot of signs that he showed them. But I'm going to show them two signs. I want you to take the water that Moses going to put his staff and turn it to blood. But he said, I want you to take the water and then pour it on dry land. And the dry land, the water cover inside the dry land, going to turn to blood as well. So I got to show them who I am. So what God is doing in the battle of their mind, because you got to think about it. You're just not going to come to me and tell me something, and I believe it. It doesn't work that way. It got to be a sign. You don't know how people do that? It got to be something that you do that I got to see it. I got to physically see it and feel it in order for me to believe it. You can't tell me that you're a miracle worker unless you show me that you did some miracles. Because in my mind, I'll be battling. They lying. They not telling me this. You can't prophesy to me until you prophesy to me that it's going to come true. That I believe you. You know, so God said, I'm going to show you two signs. I'm going to give you something to let you know that I am the God that I serve your forefather, Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac. That's the same God that I'm calling you. And I'm going to bring you out. Out of bondage. Because when you're in bondage, your mind is battling. It's battling. It's a fight. He said, I'm going to show you a sign. Because if I don't show you a sign, you're not going to know who I am. Because you can read all day. You can read a book all day. But if you don't see no sign, and it has some evidence that it's true, in the back of your mind, you can be battling, it might not be real. It might not be real. Because in the battle of your mind, in the battle, since I'm doing good, I might not need God. Come on now. this is real. This is battle of your mind. Because in the world sense, if I'm doing good, I might not need God as much. If I'm well, I might not need God. Oh. But I realized when I got sick, I need God. But while I was up and running and well, I don't get on my knees like that. But when I find myself sick and I got a recover, I stay on my knees a lot. I find myself praying for things before it even happen. Ain't even touched me yet. And I pray for things, God, don't let this happen to me. Don't let it come my way, God. How do you find yourself doing that? You have a list of things that you have seen it happen to somebody else, and you have read it, and you say, God, don't let this come up on me. Because you understand you need God. Because it's a battle of your mind. Before then, it wasn't a battle. When I was in the Word, I had no battle. I just did it with no battle. But now it's a battle in my mind saying that what I should do right and who I should pray to. And Paul realized that. Paul is the best character for that. God brought him out of his bondage, but he had a problem in his mind, a battle in his mind. He said, well, I find myself trying to do good. I find myself doing the wrong thing. And what's this? I'm coming to a close. Just maybe. Just maybe. When I was paying attention to Paul, now I look at Paul, I say, when Paul saying that when he tried to do good, he find himself doing wrong. Now I put myself with that what Paul was telling me, give me an understanding. Or when I try to do wrong, I find myself doing good. He was battling within himself, trying to get a concept of who this God was and who he's supposed to be. Now, in the battle in my mind, when I'm trying to do good, I don't find myself doing wrong. But it's a battle. It's a battle. And Paul let us know it is a battle. It's a challenge because all this stuff coming against you is a battle. The fight in your mind is a battle. And I know I've been saved, and you ask me, what are you trying to tell us? I'm not trying to tell you I'm trying to lead God, but I'm trying to be real with you to understand this is a battle. Because there's a whole lot of stuff coming against your mind that gets you unfocused. What God got you, God want to do in your life. And the challenge. But do I got peace about it? Yes. Will I stop serving God? No. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to stop serving God. But it's still going to be a battle in your mind. Because I haven't yet seen all that God had for me, or what he's doing in this world. I've seen a lot. I've been in many places. I've seen people got saved, got healed, got delivered. But it's still a battle. But when you speak in people's lives, you expect changes to happen. And then that battle becomes in your mind and say, wait a minute, God, it happened to me. It happened over there. Why is it not happening now? Don't it become that battle? I believe every word God says. When you say, then why are you saying it this way? I only saying it this way because it's a battle in the mind. And that's where I come to my close. It ain't a battle in my heart. I know exactly what God will do. In my heart, I know it's guaranteed that it's going to take place or it's going to happen. But if I just get the spider world out and let my heart take charge and take control, because the issue of life comes from your heart, it don't come from your mindset. But the mindset is a battle. The power of it. Could you imagine Peter Jesus. Peter didn't deny Jesus from his heart. He denied Jesus from his mindset of what he know and what he see. But his heart was to go every step of the way with Jesus. But in his mindset, when he saw Jesus getting beat, it changed his whole mindset about the situation. But he loved God. He loved that Jesus. Because he was following him. You won't follow nobody that you don't love. He was following him. As he was going to the cross, he didn't give up on Jesus. His heart was still with Jesus all the way. But his mindset, he was battling it. Do I want to be whipped like that? Do I want my flesh to be peeled off like that? It becomes that battle. And I want you to look at the children of Israel. This is a part of this message. I want you to look at the children of Israel. Now you got a God coming for you. You have heard about him. You have people talking about him. And now that God have came for you. And he sent somebody for you with the evidence that he is a living God. And now you got to make a decision to go with him or come to him. And the children of Israel did one thing I understood, that they didn't believe it yet. Because if they would believe it yet, they would have packed all of their bags. When Moses came to them, they would have packed all their bags and said, I'm ready to go. Let's go in the desert. Because God called us. He's coming to get us. But he didn't. Even God said he gonna harden Pharaoh's heart. My idea would have said, yeah, it's time to get my battle going. Because I believe that the God that when my forefathers were talking about, I'm gonna pack my bag and we going. But God understood that because it's the battle of their mind. Because they were living good. Their power was still unabundant because children of Israel were prosperous. Because, you know, back there, when you read the scripture, Pharaoh killed the firstborn and was killing them all. Because he said, hey, they are prosperous. They are growing. They never get larger. So they weren't hurting in that aspect. But what they was hurting in, do I want to follow the living God and believe that he can take care of me? How would it do it for? And you feel that God will call you. You know that he will call you. And we just open the door. Because this is a battle. Because God sends a word. And when that word do, it come to you. And it begin to be in your mind in a battle. Do I really want to accept it? Or do I not? Because in that battle of mine, the children of Israel, on the day had they said, let's go, Moses. I know who God is. I want to serve this God. And God wouldn't have to do all the other signs to prove to them that who he was. They would have had the confidence enough to say, I know who that God is. Even if they haven't never even seen God, they would have had the confidence in it. You ever had anybody come to your life, and we can relate to this? I fell in this category. When you met the first person in your life, and you said, yes, that's going to be my husband. I know it's going to be. That's going to be my wife. I know it's going to be. And you had the most confidence in that situation because you married her. And you believed it. Had no evidence of whatsoever, but you believed it. And then how God wants us to be. When he comes to us with his word, he just wants you to believe it. I want you to chase after it. I want you to do it. Because you have all authority and believe with all your heart that this is who this person is. And this is a person for me. But it come back to reality. It was successful. But you still didn't lose hope in God because you believe it. You ever know when you really come to God and there ain't no battle in your mind, that regardless of what your situation is, you will never leave God again. You will never disbelieve Him. You'll always believe in it. And this is the challenge. The battle of children of Israel. From Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, up to the point they had when they was in captivity in Egypt. They didn't see all the blessings that God did for them, but yet they understood who God was. But yet they still had enough evidence to believe in Him. But in their mind they were battling, do I want to follow Him? Do I want to go out there and take the risk? Because I'm living good right now. And that's where we are today. I ask God to search my heart and touch and replace that. If it ain't good, take it out. If it's good, pour it in. Because this is what His word is. It's there to help us to succeed in life. Succeed in life. And today is about the battle of the mind. To serve the world, this message was for you. Because I ain't know. I just delivered the message. And I told God I refuse the battle in the mind. I might battle any other way, but not in the mind. Because I know who God is in my life. So this is where we at. Amen. 2020. I say every time I speak, it's 2020. I want you to tell your neighbor 2020. And what He's telling you, He said the battle of the mind got to cease. You got to know that you want to serve Him. You got to know that you're going to give it all in 2020. No lingering. Don't let the disappointment stop you. Don't let the heartaches, don't let the trials convince you in your mindset that you're going to go all the way 2020. That you're going to run with God with all your might and all your power because of 2020. Because it's a shame, it's a battle in the mind. Amen. Get ready to close. I don't warm your heart up enough to try to convince you. If I ain't convinced you, or the word of God didn't convince you, there's no more I can do for you. Because when you shame the devil, you shame the devil. And the angels of God rejoicing. Well, if you want to stay where you at, you stay where you at. And you say how hard it can be, yeah, it's going to be hard because when you're trying to get people to understand that you can make a change, and they don't make a change, don't it hurt you? Even your grandkids, or even if somebody you want to change, don't want to change. But then when you give them the opportunity to make one stand for God and just say walk up. Take that long walk. It just take a long walk. It's a long walk in your life. Because I took it. And I was right there on the third row. And that walk seemed like it took forever. Seemed like I was out the door and came in the door. It took me forever. You know what I love about a drug dealer? A drug dealer won't quit because you told him no. He'll keep on still trying to sell you the drug that he tried to get out of his hand. But then we'll get tore up by the next person. If you're in the house of God and you prolong the service a little bit because you're trying to convince somebody they need help. And you like being a servant that you are with God, that you don't want to force it on them. But you want to give them enough opportunity to know that God is calling you. Amen. We're going to close out and we go. But I just want to say one thing. Just understand what the Word of God was requesting you today. The battle of the mind. You're going to have them. But he said stay focused on his word. And he sent a word by Moses to the children of Israel. And that's what God likes doing. And that's what he will do. He will send a word for the change in our life. And that's what I love about it. I don't put myself above the word of God because he sent forever changing word in my life every day, every which way. Enough for me to examine myself. And that's the dynamic of God. But I never will say I can't fail. But I know a God that is able enough. If I repent, he will receive me again. And that's the power of it. And that's what I love about God's word, the encouragement of God's word that he does for me. Amen. And before I leave, I want to do this. And I want to know by show of hand. I know some of you all say, but I just want to know by show of hand, are you positive for sure that you are saved? I want you to just hold your hand up. Amen. Raise your hand. Amen. God is good. Amen. You can raise your hand down. Amen. So many confidence of that is positive, and that's what I love. So if you have your hand up, just think about it. The opportunity was given. And when you're not sure of the God that you serve, that you have to give your life to him fully, with no question, no battle in your mind, for sure. But I thank you all. I pray for you and bless you, encourage you today. And hold on to God's word, and he'll deliver you, he'll take you. If you don't remember nothing else, believe that God will come to you and find you. Just don't be battled with it. And you all got authority. You all have power. So don't let it be a battle in your mind. When you know God has asked you to do something, just do it. Out of respect, just do it in a respectful manner.